Well, let's do this. Hi ho folks, nice to see you again. Here we got Ian. Good evening, Ian. Josh is on. Good evening, Josh. Christopher. So you lads are here nice and early and on time. Thank you very much. Oh dear. So how are we? Grant. Good evening to you, Grant. Weird British Chick. Good evening to you. WBC. Back for some more. Ha ha. Yes, the bad influence is here. You are quite correct. Good evening, Ian. Right, we have 9 viewers. Got a graph on the other screen so I can see what you lot are doing, but it doesn't tell me how many thumbs up I've got. So give your old thumbs up. We should have about 6 or 7 at the moment. Wild West Detectorist, good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for coming on. Josh was out detecting for 3.5 hours, and his best find was a broken button. Well, there you go. That's just goes to show what day-to-day normal stuff you're going to find. These people who buy a detector and think I'm going to find mega stuff are going to be sadly disappointed. Good evening, Anne. Nice to see you, Anne. Thank you very much. How are you? How are all of you? Anybody found anything amazing this week? You've noticed I've not got my gay shirt on. Christopher, yep, that was a very nice thing. Shame it was broken, but at least we recovered both the halves, which I found was very amazing. I mean, what the chances of finding a half and then on the next swing finding the other half? That's a new one on me. Josh had 15 great signals, a few coins, a couple of buckles, buttons and all sorts. That's the way it goes, isn't it, really? 13 viewers. We're chugging along here. I've got a couple of promises from a couple of guys from the States they might drop in. Excuse me, apparently it's 4 o'clock their end, something like that. Grant, here we go. It's just in England from America. Nice 2nd, 3rd century Rome brooch. You can't come over and nick all our stuff, mate. That's just not on. Well done. It's good on you. Nice save. Right, so we'll give it until what? Say about 1/4 past. Give people a chance to get here before we do show your finds. There's one person's on here who's got a picture to be shown tonight. In case nobody's aware, what we do on the Wednesdays, we do sort of a show your find. You send me your photograph of your find. Could be coin, could be relic, whatever floats your boat, and I'll pick the first 6 and we'll have a little chat. We'll show them and you can tell everybody what your find is. Yeah, Josh, 1861 halfpenny. That I'm assuming majority have seen the last video which I put out, what, about 7:15. It wasn't a blob. Don't start, Josh, not this early. That Edward the 7th Jersey coin was it's a new one on me. Nice big coin, plenty of detail, but it was a Jersey mint, and it was an 1/12 of a shilling. Well, surely that's a penny, because is there 12 pennies in a shilling? WBC's tagging along. Oh, I see. Ian, let's go back. Oh right, okay, sorry, I missed that comment in about your blobs. Someone's Mr. Blobby. Alright, I won't, well, you're going to get, there's going to be a spoiler later on, Josh, so I'm afraid. If you don't want to see the picture, I can put you on a naughty step so you miss it. Do you want me to do that? Don't want to spoil your viewing. Time out for Ian. Why? Oh right, I get your drift. Anyway, what was I saying? Yep, send your photographs in. I'll pick the first 6. There's no real rush because I don't get 6. I think I've got 2 this week. And don't anybody say I've sent you a picture and I haven't got it, because I've looked all through the emails and I've just got the 2 I've got. No, don't even start that, Suffolk Sifter. It's not going to happen. That is never going to happen again. So don't go into sort of silliness, because I will put you on a naughty step. I'm fine, mate. Thanks a lot. Josh has been the first one to notice it, so a brownie point to Josh. I just plugged in the old webcam. I thought, where can I put it? And you can like see what's happening my end, what I can see, just a bit of green screen, that's all there is. So cheers for noticing that, Josh. I don't know what use I could put it to. I suppose I could like pick it up and show you what's happening behind me, or it's not really worth talking about. See lights and a green screen. A mini sifter. Thing is, obviously that's not linked up to the green screen. You're not linked up to the green screen setup, so you know you can't see the picture. You're just going to see a green screen. So what use can I put that camera to? Sensible answers, please. It's a mini corner cam. Oh, okay. I think we can safely say, because this is wrong bit here. That's, if you can read that, you know what colour the shirt is. Oh dear, I'm going to get, I'll tell you what, I won't show you my picture then, because I'll give the game away. I'll keep the trap shot. I'll tell you, in future I'll either release a video on a Tuesday or the Thursday, so I don't want to spoil your fun. So I know you're gagging to look at it, you know. A very good Suffolk Sifter. That was, I thought it was going to be a washout. I had a couple of hours on this field I hadn't done since it was harvested of linseed, and it was pretty good because I can get the coil right down now because there's no stubble. The old stubble's all rotted away, which is great. And usual stuff, you know, blobs of lead and stuff, and I weren't getting a heck of a lot. And I was giving up, had enough, walking over to the truck, giving it some of that, and bingo. And I won't say any more of that. I won't show my picture because that'll spoil everything. But it's quite amazing. It's a first for me. It's never actually happened to me before. Anne's been too busy. I even released it on Patreon yesterday, or was it early this morning? I can't remember now. So if you're a Patreon member or a patron via Patreon, anybody, you would send a video this morning, or had the opportunity to see the video this morning. I've got a few little goodies I might give away. Nothing major. Thought about doing a little giveaway on Patreon. So anybody fancies being a patron, as well as getting early access and shout out and credits and names on the end of the videos, you will have a chance of winning a prize every month. But that's another story. Link Soil Searcher. Hello mate. Got two of the, actually you've got the two people on with the pictures that have been sent in, and I won't show mine because that'll blow it all for the people who haven't seen the video. As I said, I will either release a video day before or day after the Wednesday live, because that will spoil it for some people. Nothing like a spoiler, is there? Yeah, I know, but you got to do that, unfortunately. Ian, the title does give it away. Doesn't give out the full story, but well, it's up to them. If they want to see the picture, they can, but obviously that's in the video, and you've got to do that to get the people to come watch your video. Unfortunately, you can't say, "Oh, I've been metal detecting." Oh. You got to give a. It's not clickbait, but you got to give a bit of a incentive to people to click your thumbnail. Yeah. You'll have 1,000 cash, please. Good giveaway. Yeah. No, well, that's considerably less value than that, but it's useful if you go out in the field detecting. And I've got 8 of them. 8 of them to give away. Not necessarily. I bought them to sell on the new website. I haven't got around to making the new website live. I will, as and when funds allow, and there'll be a little shop there, so if you're interested you could purchase a few things. Rob Random, hi Rob, now pack it in and behave yourself. Right, it still says 13 viewers on it on my screen anyway, so I'm not sure. Anybody give me the down on thumbs up? How many of these look have we got at the moment? And you can be thumb up monitor this week. Okay, 1:15. Shall we crack into these two pictures and you can all have a talk and a discussion on these pictures on Show Your Finds? I thought I'd get in there first, Rob, before you started to misbehave. 6 thumbs up. So, well, if there's 15 people watching, we're sadly lacking on thumbs up, aren't we? So can I ask everybody who's watching at the moment just to give the videos a thumb up, or the video a thumb up. And also, I would imagine there's some people out there that we fondly call lurkers that are not subscribed to Suffolk Sifter. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications of future videos and this Wednesday live stream. Mucho gracias. So I expect some more subscribers when I finish this. So the least you can do is subscribe. Rob, I will use the naughty step button at primary school where the girls go. They got a traffic light system. They've got their little names on the green. If they misbehave, they go on the orange and then the red. And here we've got a naughty step button which I can press, and you'll be spirited away for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. So beware. So none of the malarkey what went on last week is going to happen this week. I can guarantee it. I thought I'd earn it by just doing this, Rob, surely. Okay then, we've got 15 on. According to that, there's some pretty little coloured lines going up a graph which I haven't got a clue what it means, because I can't see the what the colours mean. Anyway, we'll crack on. We'll start off with the first picture which was sent in, and maybe the person who sent it in could describe it. The first one is Lawn Bowler UK. So I'm going to click this button. They're going to be transformed by the magic and mystery of this electronic device to Josh's find, and I'll leave it to him to explain what it is. Right, all yours, Lawn Bowler. Time mats like medals. Good old Rob. What will we do without you, mate? Them thumbs, thank you, Anne. Right, so that's what Josh has got. A morning brooch. Chester 1898. WBC not immune for the naughty step. No mention of blobs, please, because Josh gets very upset. So, where do you find it? As in depth? What signal did it give you? What's the background on actually turning it up? Got no ideas on hallmarks, so I couldn't tell you on that. I'll just have to trust you. So what's the background on a morning brooch then, Josh? Yeah, be a good girl. Oh. Yeah, what size is it, Josh? 6-inch depth, can't remember the signal, it was a decent around 12-14. I'm assuming you're using an ox, because I wouldn't dig a 12-14 on a dais. Excuse me. Very good, Rob. Evening brooch. Just saying what I can find out about a morning brooch. Is that where they put hair in? Is that where they put a lock of hair? Am I correct? I'm only saying that because I'm reading it on another screen. Yeah, CTX 3030. Okay, yeah. So it had a bit of hair in. Nice find. Got a suggestion what it is from Wild West Detectors. So it is that small then, about 2p size. Oh, I see, it had a glass into it. Okay, I understand. There's a place on the coast which used to be, lots of years ago, used to be a village that's got washed in the sea, and the cliff is what's left of the cemetery, and if you have a storm there you're quite likely to find fingers and that with rings on and bones and things, and they all stick out. It's quite eerie. Yes, I bet someone really was hacked off there and lost that one. Yeah, it's a shame you can't pin down, Josh, who it was, or who was it for, or who it belonged to. Make a bit dookie, go back to my ugly mug again. Back in the room. Okay, so let's go back on this screen. 16 viewers at the moment. The big blue line at the top of this graph must be the viewers. There's a red, green and yellow and purple line, which I have no idea what it means. Oh, here we go. Because I blew the window up so I could see your comments. I couldn't see it. Total views. Oh, it actually gives you the resolution what people are watching it in. Some are watching it in 480p, some in 1080, some in 720, and there's some poor soul watching it in 360p. But the majority of you are in 1080. So Josh found half silver bracelet, large silver ring, which wasn't, unfortunately, silver. So anybody got any constructive ideas what I can use this second camera for? I'm not sure whether that's going to be good enough to take and like point at something so you can see it. That's not that, that's a, I think it's 720, that one. No, I've not. The Bovlov camera I use is in theory capable of recording 4K, but I can't get a card to run with it. I've tried 3 different makes of card and it just locks up, so I stick to 1080, which is good enough. 4K just uses all your storage space up. You reckon? You looked at that one? There is an arrow down actually, Rob, you're quite right. Yeah, there's a no, it just says 240p and other. So other must be the 141. 17 viewers, wow. There's a couple of guys on, what is it, Team XP Dias or whatever, XP USA, said they'd drop in. Also I did prompt Cleggy again because he missed it last week. He's down the pub drinking beer, which is no excuse. You could have your phone down the pub, couldn't you, Cleggy? And I said, oh, don't forget tonight, mate. Yep, no worries. Okay. I could try using the camera, but I don't know if it'll focus. I'd have to blow the screen up, wouldn't I? I'd have to, let's do it next week. What I'll do is set up a different screen, you know, when I press a button you go to a different screen. Set up one for that camera so it comes up full, and maybe that will show, or I can point it down on the table and maybe you can see a find, or you know, you could have a little vote on what you want to see within reason in the studio. That translates into just a junk room with a green screen hanging up and a few lights. Yeah, and I did try, I had Samsung, I've had SanDisk, all fast micro whatever cards, and that just won't work. It's not the most expensive camera in the box, so it does okay for 1080, so it'll do. Cleggy drinks every night, does he? So he's supporting the pub at the moment. I shall tell him off tomorrow. So we agreed I'm going to use the second camera to view finds. That probably won't focus really close in. You'd have to get one of them. You can get a USB camera, can't you? What the kiddies can use for in their microscopes and that. I think you can. That is designed to go right close macro thing. I'll have to look into that. Unless someone wants to buy me a macro camera, feel free. 18, yep. Lawn bowl, you're quite right. Mine's clicked over to 18. Don't understand what the chat rates and the playbacks mean. It says chat rate 6. I'm assuming it's 6 chats per minute. So if you chatted a lot faster, that number would go up. And 30 playbacks. I'm assuming 30 playbacks means someone's come in later and started off at the beginning and is watching it playing back. Let's click the question mark, shall we? Number, let me see. Total number of times the video has been looked, which includes page refreshes, changes of camera angle. This number does not increase when the viewer switches resolutions. I don't understand that. And the chat rate of the stream at the most recently available time. No idea. So we'll gloss over that one. Hello from Germany. Good evening to you. Thank you very much. Hey, we've got America, we've got Germany, UK. Do we have Scotland? I'm not sure. Jacob, good evening to you. Yeah, I'll set that second camera or that camera there next week. I'll sort it all out and make it so that it goes into a separate screen, and I'll try it out and see how it goes. It might not work, but it depends on what you want to see, doesn't it? I mean, what have I got that you want to see on that camera? Josh, I'll look in to see how much this little USB pen macro camera cost. I'm not sure. That's within reason. I'll purchase one, but what I've got that you want to look at, I've got no idea. That'll be nose. Rob, don't even think about it. They are good. They are fairly cheap, then, Rob. Because both these cameras are USB cameras. No, you have to let us know where you got it from, Josh. Okay, so I'll just fire my email address off to you so you can send me your pictures for next week. Hint, hint. So that's my email address. So anybody's got any pictures of coins, relics, any finds at all, send them in. I will mess them about, get them set up for this show and tell, and then we'll show your find, and then you can discuss it and let everybody else know what it is and where you found it, not literally, and where it was depth wise. Okay, Rob, about 10 quid, 20 quid, okay. Right, okay, it's 1:30. Every quarter of an hour I'm going to turn over. I won't show my find, I won't blow it, but this is find number 2, and it's sent in by Link Soil Searcher. So over to you. I will hit the button and then you can describe what it is and how deep it was, what signal it was, and how chuffed you were when you found it. Over to you. Wow, look at that, folks. I'm impressed. That's definitely on my bucket list. Not found gold yet. So my little graph says 19. We've had 19 viewers, down to 16 now. Josh feels unworthy. I feel unworthy. I feel unworthy. There you go. I'm glad you said that, because I couldn't pronounce that. So what, can you remember what signal number it gave you on the remote, if you got the remote, and how deep it was? And the main thing, Links, did you do the gold dance? Did Did you do it? Come on. I think that's centimetres, Josh. I did crop the picture to blow it up, but I'd imagine it's centimetres, so you're looking about what, 11 mil, unless I get told otherwise. 6 inches down. You didn't do the gold dance. Well, shame on you. I guess you must have found so much gold that you've done the dance, and you know, oh, another bit of gold, another bit of gold. Yeah, I got another stupid thing I got not conned into, but said if I ever find gold, oh that's right, what it was, there was a signal in one of my videos that I didn't dig because the signal went off a bit, and someone said, yeah, that's the sort of signal gold is, or could be. So and I said, if that's gold, I shall strip off buck naked, run round the field, and I'll do a gold dance. And I went back, and it weren't gold, so it saved my modesty. If I ever done that, it'd be very soft focus, and you'd need a good telephoto lens. So yep, that's a good day for gold. Right, back to my ugly mug. Hunting history. Good evening to you, hunting history. Thank you very much for making it. Appreciate you coming down. How rare is it? Well, that's rare down my way, Josh, because I've not found any gold whatsoever. I still get a buzz off silver hammered. Goodness knows what I'd do if I found gold. But whatever I do, if I ever, I will film it. Signals like iron, oh, blimey. See, you got to dig them. As Chill Bill says, you got to dig them. You got to dig them. I think a favourite for me is old cartridge. 12 gauge ends. They are a lovely signal. Josh gets buzz off buttons. Well, back to 17. I wonder if we can crack 20 this week. I doubt it. I think we've peaked at 19. But 20 viewers would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I think you've had enough of that little camera. I'll turn him off. $60. Well, I was going to tell you what I found on the video, but I won't, because some people haven't watched it. 70s Tango ring pull. I used to like the old ring pulls because you should be able to break the actual ring off, couldn't you, and use the bit what come out of the tin and fire it at somebody. I'd get a live buzz off electric fences. Yeah, Josh, what hacked me off with the Deus is you get a lovely signal, a good signal, you dig it and it's gone, and where's it go? There's not even an iron tone there, and you think, well, it was a good signal, and you put it all back in again, it ain't there anymore. Yeah, you're quite right, Links. Dig targets with a slight yeah. That's why I find so much rubbish. If I filmed all my finds, you'd have about a 2-hour video, and that probably wouldn't go down very well. What's the story of your life, WBC? Your pinpointer keep going off, or you keep digging up iron. Yes, it never ceases to amaze me how small a fragment the dice can find. Lovely tone, you think, where is it? And you're sorting out, and then you get this tiny, tiny bit, and you think, thanks. But there you go. Could be a cut quarter, couldn't it? I can't compare what gold sounds like, Josh, because I've never found any. So, mind you, I've got a gold ring on, so I could probably waz over that and see what it sounds like. I'm reasonably good. I can normally get my signal out on the first spit, and that's in the clod. But I do get the run around by some. You can't find the signal, and you keep digging. And you think, well, it must come to a point where you're not going to go down 12 inches to find something. But there again, I suppose some people do, but I just lose interest. What does a pathetic nail look like then, Josh? Yeah, I've been using Gary's Ultimate, and today I did drop it down to 11.6, but to be quite honest, it got a little bit chattery, so I'll put it back up to 17. Yeah, we all dig rubbish, Christopher. That is quite correct. And if you're saying to somebody who's new to detecting, or somebody who's just bought a machine and I'm going to find gold torques and hoards and stuff, you're just going to say, no, that ain't going to happen. 90% of the time you're going to be digging rubbish. But you never know, could be the one. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But you just got to dig your signals, haven't you? You just got to go for it. Yeah, it does. It makes me wonder. You get a lovely signal, then as you dig it up, that goes into the grunty, horrible things. You think, why? Why did you do this to me? Why did you make me dig you up? Right, anybody on here who hasn't? Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, please. And if you're really feeling frisky, give us a thumbs up. So hopefully we'll get some more photographs sent in, won't we, guys? We've seen the two I've got. I won't show mine because it'll give the story away in a video. Right, still got 15. We're hanging on to 15 for grim death. 39 playbacks. Haven't got a clue what that really means. Actually, that screen must have frozen because it says, oh, average view duration 15 minutes. So people lose the will to live after 15 minutes. So you guys are really, really good. You're hanging in there. Right, 16 now, gone up one. Oh, don't start that, Josh. Which find was better? Lawn Bowler UK or Links? Don't need to go into it. It's not it's not what it's meant for. It's not a bragging match. So we won't ever vote. Well, we've done all we've got to do. I think I'll go. Anything for next week? The strap end wins hands down. I haven't got a strap end. Well, I have, but we haven't seen it today, have we? So send us your pictures, please. I got a really good unusual find in the video, the latest one. Anybody wants it, I'll have to go back and get it, and you have to pay postage, but I'll send it to you for free. You have to pay P&P, but I'll wrap it up to you. I won't charge you for it. And it's got 2 golf balls. A question for you: why in the middle of a field do you find walnut half shells? Is it like something like squirrel or something take them and back to their nests and eat? Because you find quite a few of them. Josh has got a couple of interesting things to show. Undoubtedly you have. Detecting Jester, late on parade. Evening to you. What have you missed? Well, we've got 2 pictures. Well, there's 3 pictures to show you find. I won't show mine because there's some people I haven't seen the video, and I don't want to be accused of spoiling it. So, just for Detecting Jester, this object was sent in by Lawn Bowler UK. Yep, you just beat me to it by saying my amazing silver. Squirrels, that's what I thought, Anne, squirrels. But you can get a real big field, sort of fair distance away from any trees or hedges, and you think, oh, walnut. Do they? Rooks and crows. Oh, right. There you go. I didn't know that. You learn something every day. Every day is a school day. Detecting Jester, what is it? It's a mourning brooch. I think Josh will tell you more about it, but when someone dies, you've got a lock of hair. The lock of hair's in there, and there's a little bit of glass, I think, but obviously that's gone. Yeah, and Josh has just confirmed it's a mourning brooch as opposed to an evening brooch for Tom. Not Tom. Oh, my mind's gone. Rob. Before Rob chirps in. Yeah, we're at the farmer's on his tractor cracking walnuts, don't you, Anne? Right, Detecting Jester, and the other one, just for you, mate, it's quite tasty. Look at that, mate. Doesn't that make you drool? What you reckon on that in Detecting Jester? Fantastic. So that's a cracking find, that gold coin there. Right, we'll start slowing down. Look, the chat rate's gone down from 6 to 2, so you're just not using the keyboard enough. You're going to have to pick it up. Hit the keyboard. Yep, that is what dreams are made from. Oh, good job he put the character in that second word, because that would have got held back. Yep, so we peaked. Unfortunately, it's just 19 this week. I was hoping for 20 plus, but you know, you can't have it all, can you? So that right, go back to my ugly mug. Back in the room. Oh, another thing you missed, detection Jester. I got this little thing here. You may or may not notice it on screen. We're thinking of ideas what to use a second camera for. I've just got it up there at the minute, just looking down at me, so you can see my lush surroundings and how I work and what I'm looking at when I'm looking at you. So no, I'm not doing it, Rob. Definitely not doing it. Don't start. Josh, you can only find it if it's in the ground, mate. You know, I've got loads of fields where I can't find anything but buttons, lead and just bits of metal, but then you've got the odd one or two which you start to find stuff and you think, well, you know, there must be some activity on there. Like the next field I want to do is the one next to the one I've just been on. That's where I found the Roman, but just because you found one doesn't necessarily mean you're going to find more, but there's always a good chance, isn't there? Because rumour has it the field beyond that used to be fairly, you know, sort of Roman activity on it, so there's a good chance that someone's walked over there and dropped something else, perhaps. I don't know. You just have to go out there and get stuck in. I'm not doing it, Ian. I'm not doing it. Don't waste the effort with your little digits on the key. I'm not doing it. I regretted doing it last time. I got sent a screen. One nasty person who's not on here tonight sent me a screenshot of that incident last week. Just imagine he's got it on his wall on a sort of 10 by 8. And still waiting for your first hammered. That'll come. That's just getting the fields, and really. Oh, links, come on. Third one? I'm just hoping I find any gold. I think I might just chuck my wedding ring down and find that. I think, yeah, Anne's found a bit of gold, haven't you, Anne? Was that a ring? I can't remember. Time out for links. Someone stole the idea, WBC. What was the idea? What, the fines camera? I'm looking into getting a little micro camera, little macro thing. But there again, what have I got to show you? Tell me, if I got this camera, what are you going to look at? I've got some can slaw over there. Still got all the stuff out from the find on the table I do the videos on and the photographs. Nice bit of lead, little buckle, quite modern, and a range of buttons. I think I'm the button king. I'm not old. I'll just be happy with any gold, and whether it was modern or obviously older the better. But it's not because I want to do the naked gold dance. Oh, that was the old camera I used to use, Jester, and I just thought it'd be a bit of a laugh to plug it in and just, I don't know, I thought maybe it'd be good to see a behind the scenes or another angle, see me bald head. But but I didn't know whether that would be any use to anybody who wanted to see around the studio or look at something, or I could maybe show something to you on another screen. But I'd have to set it up for next week. I'll set another scene screen up so that will blow that little camera up full, then I can do whatever you want. But again, I'm not quite sure what you want to see, or what other use I could use the camera for. I do have a nice lead collection, Josh, but that all gets weighed in at the end of the day, so that goes to beer tokens, which is good. You know, look at all my finds. Oh, it's all rubbish. Tell you that little adventure, my last video, I reckon I was out there for just over 2 hours, and you know, you look at other channels who everything they pull out of the ground is either silver, gold, or something extremely rare, and I'm pulling up can slaw and buttons and bits of whatever, shotgun ends, and as I always think, oh god, it's going to be another video of me showing rubbish. But I thought, well, no, I'm not going to give you any BS. I'm all about being real, living the dream, and that's day-to-day stuff, and that's what you're going to find. You're going to find buttons, you're going to find lead, can slaw and bits of wire and stuff. That's the way it goes, and that's just a bit of a buzz when you find something half decent. I mean, if I get people saying, oh, I don't want to see your videos because you find them rubbish all the while, then I'll stop doing it. But you know, if I didn't film what I find, I wouldn't have many videos come out, because I don't find hammered every day, every time out. I don't find interesting stuff every day. Like 2 or 3 videos ago, I was just finding rubbish, even on them really good fields what was sumoed, and you think that's lovely. I could just find nothing on there. I've got the frisbee, it's in the back of the truck. Do you want me to post it back to you? I can't get it now because the kids have gone to bed. Haven't got a clue what lead prices is at the moment. Digologist, that's a new one. Haven't seen you on here before. Thank you very much for popping in. Nice to see you. Have you subscribed? Please click the subscribe button. It'd be lovely if I finish this live stream and I've got a couple more subscribers. What are the chances of that? Or if you don't want to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Not as good as a subscription, but there you go. So good evening to you, Digologist. Where do you hail from? Rough location, we don't need to know your postcode. And you're quite right. When I find next to nothing, it's just, what's a nice walk. You get away from the kids for a couple of hours. You have a nice walk. You're on your own most of the time. Well, I did get stopped. That video, I didn't show it because I had to turn the camera off, but I got a woman come up to me and asked me if I found anything, and I was waiting for her to say, have you found any gold? Which she didn't. And the next question was, I assume you've got permission to detect on this field? God. No, I just thought I'd do a bit of day hawking, you know. Virginia, there you go. Look at that, look. Over the pond. What time is it over there for you? Is it about, what, 4 or 5 o'clock? Oh, Suffolk Sifter, just watch a video. Unlucky in hammer, yeah. I reckon it was a recent damage to that hammy, because a little bit looked quite fresh, and I got not accused, but someone commented on Facebook that I must have broke it when I dug it up. Well, I didn't. It was 2 separate holes, and well, it was drilled. The land is direct drilled. It's not ploughed. It was direct drilled, and I can only assume that got caught there. It's unlucky really, because that's right on the edge of the field near the footpath, and I'm guessing the footpath is quite an old one, so I might actually follow that white round and go round the other field on the footpath just into the field, because that's quite good. That's a real big lift after a 2 hours of nothingness. Oh, Searcher, just blown at that. I've got a picture of the finding question on here, but I deliberately didn't want to show it in case I, upset people for not seeing the video. I will rectify it next week. I won't release a video on the same night as the live chat. I should do it on a Tuesday or the Thursday, so I won't make the mistake again. I can almost apologise. I can't quite. I'll apologise. I'm sorry about it. Digologist, 5 p.m. Yep, I reckon you're about a minute to 5 over there. Thank you very much for visiting. That's, I assume you got a notification off Team XP USA forum, Facebook group. Digologist, yes, I struggle with permissions, but luckily I've got a retired family member who's ex-farmer, and his land is farmed by the neighbouring farmer who I've also got the permission on. It's massive, it's got a lot of fields, but there's only a few with decent stuff on. I do try to get permissions, but you always get no, or we've already got someone else on here, or we don't do that sort of thing on our land. So it's fair enough, but no, I do struggle. But there's some people on here who can just get permissions just like that. Ian likes watching the live digs. I'm always a bit wary about doing a live dig because it's going to be rubbish, but I suppose what I could do is film them and then not include them if that's rubbish, unless you want to see buttons or, I don't know, buckles. Yeah, I do like. I mean, sometimes you dig something that I think that's going to be rubbish. I'm not going to film it, and that's, oh God, I wish I'd filmed that. So I think from now on I'll film. I don't think not film everything, but if I get a tasty signal, I'll film it, but just don't include it if that's rubbish. Ah, right, you go for a while digging. I was using I was using Gary's Ultimate because the land I use is not ploughed, it's quite compact. I just knocked the frequency down to about 11.6 kilohertz. I did start off, and I did say in the video I'd go on tracking for ground balance, but it was quite noisy, got very noisy, so I went back to manual ground balance. So yeah, Ultimate, Gary's Ultimate. It's gone 10, look. Oh, I see, you're only on YouTube and Instagram. How did you find us tonight then, Digologist? Just stumbled across the channel, or were you had any notification? I'm not quite sure how YouTube works. Links, yeah, it's probably right who you know, not what you know. Yeah, have you got a remote with yours, Anne? If you go on to Gary's XP Skill School, I haven't got the link handy, but he's got all these programs on there. Before I wrap up, I'll probably give you another couple of 3 minutes, because I'm sure you've got better things to do with your life than look at me. What are your thoughts on this? I've got the dais full with 11-inch legacy coil, the old coil. I've got 2 or 3 options. Do you think I should buy an X35 13-inch and upgrade to the 5.2, wait until the ORX come out and buy a new machine? Just don't know what to do. Or keep the 11-inch and just upgrade to 5.2. Some folks say 5.2 makes it a bit more less chattery and stable, but I don't know. I suppose I could try 5.2 and go back to 4.1 if you don't get on with it. I think I might do that. I'll upgrade to 5.2 with the standard 11-inch black coil, and we'll crack on with that. Make a video of it, see what happens. Go over the same field, give it a go. But I think 5.2, I think is mainly for the WS4 and 4 headphones, black phones, and 5 headphones. So guys, just radio. Thanks for subbing me a while back. Oh, actually popped up. I always have a sneaky suspicion that YouTube strangles the number of subscribers what get the notification. It's probably unfounded, but they did tweak something a few months back, and then suddenly I got, you know, hardly any views, but or subs, should I say. Dias Teza, hello mate. Have you watched the latest video? Because we did talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it if you haven't watched it. I did try an HF coil in. I actually bought an HF coil at the end of last year, and I couldn't get on with it. I didn't get depth, and it was noisy as heck, and I sold it. But the reason why it had a problem is because I was on version 4, and that was a known issue with ground balance. So as soon as I sold it, version 4.1 come out, and that killed it. So I did have a HF, but I haven't got it anymore. Upgrade to a Garrett 18 Max. Not knocking Garrett. Don't get me started. Don't get Josh started. For goodness sake, you've lasted this long, Rob and Josh, without getting a naughty step timeout. Don't blow it in the last minute or two. I've had an HF round Dias Teza. So what I'm getting next, but everyone skits me. Is that a predictive text word, Ian? No, I don't know what to do. I think I might. I'm just a creature of habit. I don't like change, so I'm really dubious about using different programs or changing the coil or even buying a new machine. It just does my head in. I just can't make myself make the leap. Don't start, Josh. I can still time you out, mate. I like the way he finished it off with joke. Digologist Macro Cruiser. I assume that's the machine of choice for you, sir. Ah, right. Sorry, Ian. I'm not up with the lingo. I just assumed that as a predictive text error. Take the mickey out of. Okay. Christopher's still using a 9 on 3.2. Now I think 4.1 is a little bit of an improvement on 3.2 personally, but whatever floats your boat. Lawn bowler. iDetect does, I believe. Does what? What's Harry do? What's Harry do? Oh, you have the 18 Max. Sorry, I've lost the thread. You have to excuse me. I've got a bit of a pea brain. I can only hold that much information, and when that's full, it just, you know. That's the main thing, Christopher. If you're happy with it, and that's what I'm saying, Christopher. It's like on 4.1 now. I like 4.1. If you move up to 5.1 or 5.2 as the latest version, is it going to mess you about? The tone's going to be different. Have you got to relearn everything? And the other thing is, when you upgrade, you lose all your personal programs. You've got to put all your personal programs back in. I'll get rid of that little camera. You don't want to see my bald head, do you? Begone, camera. Oh, I see. You've been doing something more productive than watching, and yeah, don't blame you, Rob. Right, guys, it's getting on for 10 past 10, and I'm sure you've got better things to do and look at my ugly mug. So I'll just one more plea for next week. Please, please, please send me your pictures of your finds, and then we can do this sort of thing. This is what we do, digologists. We people send in pictures of finds. I put them on screen. We have a good old chat about them. This was the best one tonight. Sorry, Josh. My choice. In my humble opinion, this one's best, and that's what we do. So I shall put me email address out again. Sign into chat. I've been signed out. Now why have I been signed out? Oh well, here we go, we're back in again. I'll just put my email address out again. Well, that's me email address, folks. So if you've got anything to send in, please send it in for next week. First come, first serve, first six. I will sort them out, put them on screen. Just send one. I mean, you can have like 2 or 3 views of the one find, and I'll just merge them into one picture. So that's that. I'm going to wind it up now. I'll look into the coin find camera, but to be fair, I don't know what you want me to look at. So if you haven't subscribed, we've got 13. We've hung on to 13 people this week. We hit a maximum of 19. It would be nice to hit the 20 and above, but hey ho, it's all good fun. We're a nice little family here, the Sifter family. We're getting to know each other. We know who the troublemakers are, so it's all tight. So thanks all for turning out, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the bell for further notifications of new videos and the Wednesday live stream. And thanks all for everybody turning up. We'll see you next week, all being well. Thanks, Ian, for your comments again, much appreciated. And what more can I say? I shall lean across. I shall try and make this work again so it doesn't cut me off. And I'm hovering, and I'll say good night to everybody. Have a good kip and happy hunting.